You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. What if the most dangerous player at the Australian Open isn't world number one? What if the woman who smoked Aryna Sabalenka, silenced Iga Swiatek, and dominated the WTA finals is being overlooked again? A former world number one has issued a chilling warning. Elena Rybakina is coming, and nobody wants to see her in Melbourne. The warning has been issued, not by a fan, not by a headline-hungry pundit, but by Rennae Stubbs, a former world number one doubles player, six-time Grand Slam champion, and one of the sharpest tennis minds in the sport. And her message is loud and clear. Elena Rybakina is the player nobody wants to face at the 2026 Australian Open. Not Aryna Sabalenka. Not Iga Swiatek. Not Coco Gauff. Rybakina. Elena Rybakina doesn't dominate headlines the way others do. She doesn't shout. She doesn't celebrate wildly. She doesn't sell drama. She simply destroys opponents with ruthless efficiency. And as the tennis world turns its attention toward Melbourne, one truth is becoming impossible to ignore. When Elena Rybakina is healthy, confident, and locked in, she is almost unplayable. Let's start with the facts. Rybakina finished the 2025 season ranked world number 5. Her win-loss record: backhand index pointing right 59-19. Backhand index pointing right 75.6%, winning percentage elite numbers. But statistics alone don't tell the real story. Because how she finished the season changed everything. Trophy: the Riyadh statement. WTA Finals domination. At the WTA Finals in Riyadh, the biggest stage outside the Grand Slams, Rybakina didn't just win. She obliterated the competition. 5 matches. 5 wins. 0 fear. She defeated Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, Amanda Anisimova. That's 3 of the top 4 players in the world in 1 week on the biggest stage. Under maximum pressure. And she didn't scrape by. She dominated. Flushed face, she smoked Sabalenka, the match nobody forgot. Rennae Stubbs didn't mince words. She smoked Sabalenka. Those 4 words say everything. Because Aryna Sabalenka is not easy to smoke. She's power. She's aggression. She's intimidation. Yet when Rybakina faces her at her best, something changes. Rybakina's flat, clean ball striking cuts through Sabalenka's power like a knife. Her serve neutralizes returns. Her calm breaks rhythm. Her confidence suffocates opponents. And Stubbs remembers it vividly. Brain Rennae Stubbs, Australian Open warning. Speaking on the Rennae Stubbs Tennis Podcast, the former world number one delivered a message that should make the entire WTA locker room uneasy. Rybakina has had a little bit of an up-and-down year, but I think, look out for her in Australia. That sentence alone speaks volumes. Because Stubbs understands something casual fans often miss. The Australian Open conditions are perfect for Rybakina. Australia. Why Australia is Rybakina's playground. Fast courts. High bounce. Warm conditions. Everything favors big serve. First strike tennis. Calm under pressure. That's Elena Rybakina's DNA. Her serve is one of the most underrated weapons in women's tennis. Consistently powerful, accurate, and clutch. Her baseline game is flat and penetrating, ideal for hard courts. And most importantly, she doesn't panic. Broken heart: the injury story that changed her narrative. Stubbs also reminded fans of a painful chapter in Rybakina's career. A few years ago, Rybakina entered the Australian swing in red-hot form. She destroyed Sabalenka in Brisbane. Momentum was building. Confidence was sky-high. Then came the mistake. She played Adelaide, and an Achilles issue resurfaced. Her movement suffered. Her rhythm vanished. She went on to lose an unforgettable epic, a brutal tiebreak defeat to Anna Blinkova. That loss haunted her. Not because of the result, but because of what might have been. Counterclockwise arrows button. 2025, the year of reset and redemption. The 2025 season wasn't perfect. Rybakina dealt with physical setbacks, schedule adjustments, fluctuating form. But instead of collapsing, she adapted. She won WTA 500 titles in Strasbourg, Ningbo. She rebuilt confidence match by match. And when the spotlight returned at the WTA Finals, she delivered her most dominant tennis ever. Castle Wimbledon champion DNA. Never forget this. Elena Rybakina is a Grand Slam champion. She won Wimbledon 2022, the most pressure-filled stage in tennis. She didn't fluke it. She didn't sneak through. She beat elite players with composure far beyond her years. That experience matters, because Grand Slam champions don't fear big moments. They remember how to win. Face without mouth why Rybakina is still underrated. Despite her resume, Rybakina remains strangely underappreciated. Why? Because she isn't flashy. Because she doesn't court controversy. Because she lets her racket speak. But tennis history is filled with players like this, quiet killers who peak when it matters most. And that makes her dangerous. Crossed swords, the Australian Open 2026 battlefield. Let's be honest. The women's game is stacked. Sabalenka brings brute force. Swiatek brings relentless consistency. Gauff brings speed and athleticism. But Rybakina brings something rare. Effortless power without emotional chaos. When others tense up, she stays calm. When others panic, she executes. Fire matchup nightmare for top seeds. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most top players hate playing Rybakina. Her serve robs them of rhythm. Her flat ground strokes rush timing. Her lack of emotion offers no psychological opening. You can't out-muscle her easily. You can't out-grind her comfortably. You must play perfect tennis. And at a slam, that's a tall order. What separates 2026 Rybakina from earlier versions is mental strength. She no longer doubts herself in close moments. She trusts her game. She accepts adversity. Winning the WTA finals wasn't just a trophy, it was validation. Proof that when healthy, she belongs at the top. Direct hit Stubbs' message to the tennis world. Rennae Stubbs isn't predicting hype, she's offering experience. She's seen champions rise. She's seen contenders crumble. She knows when danger is real. And her message is simple. Ignore Elena Rybakina at your own risk. Hourglass not done timing is everything. Rybakina is 26 years old. Prime age. Peak strength. Mature mindset, she's not chasing belief anymore. She already knows she can beat the best. Now she's chasing consistency, and Melbourne could be the stage where everything aligns. Trophy Australian Open 2026. The perfect storm? Imagine this scenario. Healthy Rybakina. Confident serve. Fast hard courts. Early momentum. That combination, it scares everyone. Because when Rybakina starts rolling, she doesn't just win matches, she ends dreams. Every Grand Slam has a player nobody wants in their section of the draw. For Australian Open 2026, that player is Elena Rybakina. She's beaten the best. She's learned from pain. She's peaking at the right time. And now, with a former world #1 sounding the alarm, the message is clear. If Elena Rybakina arrives healthy in Melbourne, the Australian Open title is truly up for grabs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.